Hey, welcome to BAMA-Q Live. I'm Eric from the Rolling Grill here on behalf of Western Wood. And today we have smoked bologna, but not just any kind of smoked bologna. Smoked bologna with the homemade pimento cheese. So let's get started. We're going to be using Weston's pecan wood today. This right here is probably about a 2.5 pound fatty beef bologna. Simple process. All I'm going to do is score it. I'm not going crosshatch. I'm just simply scoring it. The reason I'm scoring it is because I want to get some of that smoke as much as I can to infuse this piece of bologna. I'm going to be running at about 275 degrees on the pit barrel smoker using pecan wood. And this is a simple process. I mean, this is good. Bologna you could eat cold, so I mean, when you add a little smoke to it, it's just even better. All right, simple process. Any kind of rub you like. Actually, I'm going to go with a Cajun. This got a little Cajun kick to it. And I'm going all over. I don't need a binder. This bologna is pretty sticky on its own. And that's pretty much the whole process right there. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the smoker, on the pit barrel. 275, about 2 hours. Just let it rip. All right, now is the good stuff. Get these gloves off. Homemade pimento cheese. All right. First things first, I need to get where am I? You need to grate your cheese. Let's see. And what did I do with my grater? Grate my cheese. All right, this is my grater for my cheese. First things first, I need to get my cheddar cheese out of the cooler. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and start with some cream cheese. And this is just not any cream cheese. This is actually a spicy jalapeno cream cheese. You don't have to use cream cheese in your pimento, but I just like a little bit. That's probably a little more than a tablespoon. Now, the magic. Sharp cheddar, extra sharp cheddar. Both of those. Not one or the other, both. You need both to make it happen. Let's get this to the side. All right. And what we're going to do is grate the cheese right in this bowl using this part right here. And we're just coming down. You want to make sure your cheese is nice and cold. Don't leave it out and let it come to room temperature. The cream cheese can be at room temperature, but the cheddar cheese, you definitely want to keep it cold. If not, it will start to get creamy on you. All right. And we're going to do all of it, or as much as we can. You need a sharp cheddar. You can use the white cheddar. You can use, if you can find a good smoky cheddar cheese, oh man, good smoky cheddar cheese, perfect. A good hickory smoked cheddar cheese, perfect. All right, that's as far as we'll go with the extra sharp cheddar. And you can see it looks like a lot of cheese. It's not a lot of cheese, trust me. Once we get to folding this thing together, it's not going to be a lot of cheese. Pimento cheese, I mean, how could you not love pimento cheese? You got two things, pimento cheese and then bologna. Bologna is like a childhood favorite for a lot of people. Match it up with some Texas toast and a beer. Ha! You're working with something in. All right. This is the best thing to do if you want to make this is make it the day ahead of time. Prep. All right. That's about as much as we'll do right there. Get this out the way. Get that out the way. Now, mayo. Any kind of mayo, doesn't matter. I'm going to go with probably about a cup. I'm going to pull back on it. If I need more, I'll add more. Pimento. Now the pimentos, you want to drain them. If you have a drain, you want to definitely drain them. You don't want to wet pimento cheese. So I'm just going to use this paper towel. Try to get as much of the moisture out as I can. And then right in there they go. I mean, it is pimento cheese, so use as much as you like. Matter of fact, let's keep going. You'll never have enough pimento. I never heard nobody complaining about they had too much pimento on pimento cheese. All right, let's get all this out the way. Now, we're going to use some of this hardened seasoning, good all-purpose seasoning. If you don't have any hardened seasoning, you can use salt and pepper. Just want to dab it, do you? And I think that's it. Now it's time to mix it all together. This is where it's really important that that cream cheese is soft. You need that cream cheese to be soft. And as you can already tell, we're going to need more mayo. But I'm going to see how far I can take it. As you can tell, look at there. It started out with a lot of cheese, but after you add everything together, it's condensed. I actually don't think I'm going to need any more mayo. I think I'm good to go. Best thing to do is put this in the fridge and let it set up overnight. You just want to make sure you work that cream cheese all the way around. So you killed two birds with one stone with this sandwich. Mayo and cheese. All right, so that's the pimento cheese right there. Beautiful. Homemade pimento cheese. Much better than that stuff you get in the jar. Now, we're going to move over here to the Weber grill. Now things are going to go real fast. Cast iron skillet. We want that butter to melt down. Now, if you can find Texas toast, use Texas toast. That would be your best bet. But a good sourdough is always good on a sandwich. So, let's get another cutting board. And we'll do two of them. If you can find thick cut, any kind of thick cut bread actually would be really good on this. So now all we want to do is just melt this butter down. Want to definitely start off with a very hot pan. I'm running lump charcoal in here. I'm not really too concerned with adding any smoke, having any smoke at this point. I really just want the heat. Let's check on our fatty. Everything's looking good. We got some smoke coming up. That's perfect. If you want to, make sure those seasonings lock in. I love olive oil. I spray everything down with it. To me, it just helps to lock in the seasoning. So, while we're waiting on this to happen, you know what? Let's speed it up a little bit. Let's speed it up a little bit. If you got a Bunsen burner, these things are super. They come in handy. Super handy. Super handy. All right. There we go. No worries. We'll get some heat now. So what we're going to do is we're going to toast both of these buns up, both of these sourdough breads up. After we get them toasted, we're going to take the fatty out, slice it up, pimento cheese it, put it back in the cast iron, set it in the smoker for a little bit, and allow that cheese to just get ooey gooey. All right. Very important that this butter is bubbling. If not, you are not going to brown your bread. Very important. I'm going to go ahead and go in with one slice. I think I can get two of them in here. We'll put those over here while we're waiting on that. Hopefully we'll come up the heat over here. We'll put these on here, and hopefully we can get enough heat to toast that up. But we're going to work with this right here. While that's toasting up, let's get the fatty. And as always, we have one ready to go. This one has been on here for 2 hours. Look at the color. Look how it's caramelized. You can see how we cut the slits in there. You can see how the smoke, you'll see it once we cut it. It'll have a beautiful smoke ring. Wonderful. Put the lid back on. And while we're waiting on this to brown, let's go ahead and get the cutting. All right. Want a really sharp knife? Now, how big do you want the slices? I mean, you got some thin bread. So what's the ratio? Thick meat to thin bread or what? So we're going to go like right in the middle. Look at that. Beautiful. Smoked bologna, beef bologna. That's two man-sized sandwiches right there. Let's get those fanned out. We'll leave this as an extra. Now, while we're waiting on that, this meat is extra hot. We're going to go ahead and start putting our pimento on. I like a lot of cheese. You'll never have enough cheese. You never have enough mayo. Ooey gooey. All right, let's get this out the way. Now, that's what we're looking for. Nice and toasted. Let's flip that over. And while the other side is toasting, let's go ahead and put one on. And we want to go cheese side down. We'll save those two right there. Let's check our bread over here. Look at there. Toasted. Perfect. You want to toast both sides. We're going to turn this down because we don't want to burn it. We'll turn it off. The residual heat will get that brown. Now at this point, we're going to go toasted side down. Now this is when you got to be really good with your flip game. Look at that. Beautiful. Cannot go wrong with cast iron. And at this point, the residual heat in this pan is going to take that the rest of the way. I'm going to put these to the side. If you wanted to, of course, you can come over here to the grill grates and sear them up a little bit. Put a little char on them. If you wanted to also, you could take this and stick it right here in the smoker and allow that heat to just cover it. Add a little more smoke to it. We'll get this out the way. Get ready for the presentation shot. And here it comes. All right. Always want to keep your surface clean. Here is the money shot. Look at that. Ooey gooey. I can't wait. I'm gonna go ahead and take them out. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out. The bologna is already cooked. The cheese is already melted. I'm gonna put this on top of my glove. This is extra hot. I don't want to burn the tablecloth. So let's go ahead and snatch that thing on out of there. Look at that. Ooey gooey. Get this out the way. Let's cut. On the bias, always works for me. I just want to go real fast. That way the cheese doesn't, you don't get the cheese all over the place. That, my friend, is a beautiful smoked bologna and pimento cheese sandwich. Cooked over some beautiful Western pecan wood. Enjoy. And as always, I want to thank y'all for joining us here at BAMA-Q Live. I'm Eric from the Rolling Grill, here on behalf of Western Wood. Catch y'all in the next one.